everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James, and I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. However, I'm not just limited to helping you with relationships. So if there are other areas of your life that you're looking to create peace, harmony, or abundance in, then feel free to reach out to me. Remember, life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. The circumstances do not matter. Hi, everybody. I know I've been a little MIA for the past week, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but let me finish my intro. So the circumstances do not matter. Okay, you are showing the world how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself. Okay, everybody and everything is responding and showing up based on the core foundational beliefs you hold in your subconscious mind. And you are creating your reality based on the meaning and the value that you assign to the things around you. So if things pop up and you say, oh my gosh, because this happened, it means this, it's impossible. You have assigned that meaning. You have created that story, and you're going to see as you persist with that, that's going to be your story. But you can just as easily at any point decide, you know what the word impossible means? I am possible. So I'm going to shift all my focus on believing, creating the best beliefs for myself, releasing the focus on the circumstances, and you will see that things start to turn around. Somebody just said, your hair is everything, no more hats. Thank you so much. I know I love my hair. It's a little messy right now. It's in that in-between phase of growing out. So sometimes I wear a hat, sometimes I don't. You guys see that on my Instagram story. So I do want to say I haven't been posting the past week because I am battling just a little bit of a cold, not anything too serious, but I've just been like resting and making sure that my mental health, my state of being, what I'm talking about on my channel, I'm really following, kind of what I'm teaching. And the number one thing is knowing when to really take a step back and take care of yourself. And then trusting that, the more that you prioritize yourself and take care of yourself, you're going to be able to show up in those moments that matter. So that's why I kind of took a little bit of a break. And even today, I was like, I'm still a little bit tired. Like right now, I just really want to take a nap. My body just really wants to rest right now. But I wanted to come in and check in with you guys and make this video to say hello and talk about some things that I've been seeing comment-wise on my channel, especially when it comes to changing your self-concept. And let's say your person is showing up and they're not showing up exactly how you want. And I want to use an example here to remind you all that you're creating your reality and you're really powerful. So I've seen stories where people, I know you guys have seen it in my community tab too, where people have been in no contact for like a year, or they haven't heard from their person in so long. And then all of a sudden, boom, they pop up and they're saying, I'm already better. Exactly. It's done. You guys are so cute. So they're seeing their person show up after a certain amount of time and it's manifesting. And then all of a sudden, some of the old self-concept shows up. And it's kind of like this immediate fallback. I don't want to affirm this. So this is past tense, like immediate fallback into, oh my gosh, why is this happening? Did I mess something up? And the main thing that I want to say here is you have to really recognize if you have not spoken to somebody in a year and you have shifted the focus onto yourself and you're getting results, persist with that. Okay. When I say the circumstances don't matter, I just want to really reaffirm that in for a second. I'm not saying that like metaphorically. The reason why the circumstances don't matter, the reason why it doesn't matter what they're saying or what they're doing is because one, you're not getting anything from that person, but two, it's a displacement of your energy. And I know I talked about this in a video the other day where the focus on the circumstance, the undesirable things in your reality, focusing on them gives you nothing. You gain nothing from it except for feeling stressed out, feeling kind of sad or hopeless. It's not really moving you towards your goal. And so when it comes to creating the things you want in your reality, you do need to be mindful of how you're spending your time, which means, okay, right now, if I'm focusing on the problems or I'm really upset by something, and the more that I sit here and think about this, what is this really doing for me? Is it moving me towards the solution? No, it's not. It's keeping my focus stuck and it's making this thing feel very real. And the thing is, if it feels real and you're focusing on it, you're going to see that it perpetuates. But the main thing that I want to really say is look at your ability. So you manifest, I know you guys have seen this, maybe you, the viewer, this specific viewer that's watching this, you haven't had this experience, but look at the other people that are having success in my community tab. All of you are successful, period, point blank. I already see that for you all, but I want for those people that are seeing this to recognize, or if you're in this situation to recognize, you have the ability to manifest somebody back after being in no contact for a year or however long, you have the ability to change anything. But it's going to require you to really value and honor yourself and not allow the old behaviors, the old patterns to throw you off. Okay, so the very specific question that I want to answer in this video is, if they show up and they just want to be a friends with benefits, or they just want to have sex with you, like, what do you do? Okay, how do you take it from the friends with benefits to a full-blown relationship? Even, you're knowing it's done, you got that down. Okay, but the thing here is, I'm seeing, like, should I have sex with this person? Should I be okay with it? And my biggest rule, okay, the only rule that I have is you only do what feels good. Okay, you only do what feels good, and you place your focus on your beliefs. So if you can have sex with this person and you can be in a space of knowing that it's going to go in the direction of the relationship that you desire, then do it. Be confident with that. Even if they're saying, oh, I only want a friends with benefits, be like, that's such bullshit. I'm so chosen. Like, what do you mean? You totally want me. And if it's enjoyable for you and you can really hold that confidence, that's going to be your experience. However, okay, here's the catch. If you have sex with this person and then you're waiting for text messages, or you're feeling like they're just using you, you're going to see that becomes your experience, because that's the meaning and the value that you're assigning to it. So you have to really decide for yourself, do I genuinely actually feel chosen? Do I genuinely feel confident? Am I giving this person too much power, or am I kind of feeling victimized, or like I can't create what I want? Because if you're truly empowered, like in my own experience, I've had, even before Adam, so many people, I mean, I guess it was kind of a thing. I was really attracted to players and it was like, oh, you're going to be a player? Don't worry, you're totally going to fall in love with me. And it always worked. Why? Because I was never bothered by, I was never threatened. I was never bothered. I was never needing this person. I was fine with or without them. And I just wasn't really buying it. Like, to me, it was just to have an enjoyable experience. I think you're really cute. I like you. And yeah, this is totally going to work. And I don't need to follow up with you. I don't need to like wonder where this relationship is going. And I think that's the thing, is you have to be empowered enough to the point where you're like, I don't really care what you say. I'm the number one choice. I am relationship material. I'm husband material. I'm wife material. I'm not a side piece. I'm not going to beg for your attention. I'm not going to need your attention. I'm going to enjoy your attention when it's here. And then I have so many other things that I'm going to do with my day, and I'm not worried about it. And this is totally going in that direction. If you can actually maintain that, you're going to see that becomes your experience. But this is something where you have to really make sure that your beliefs are in alignment. Because if you're in a situation where you are feeling like this person is dictating the relationship for you, your old self-concept is showing up where you're not feeling chosen, then I would say probably don't have sex with that person and still know that you can get exactly what you want. At the end of the day, you have to honor yourself. That's what this all boils down to. If it doesn't feel good and you're ignoring what you're feeling and you're trying to believe in something that you at a core level don't believe, you need to work on that belief, because you should be at a point where you can be like, I can do whatever I want, being respectful, and know that I'm going to get what I want. I'm the best option. I'm not threatened by anything. And if you can really maintain that, you're going to see that that becomes your experience. Somebody just asked, can you date other people while you're waiting on your specific person? Again, this is where I'm going to say, you're not waiting for anything, you guys. And I think this is something that you have to really see here, is when you are feeling loved and chosen within yourself, when you're feeling good enough, when you're feeling like the best option, there's nothing to wait for. You're not waiting for anybody to show up in your reality to pick. Obviously you have a specific person or a specific goal, but like, even for my channel, like, I have a manifestation for my channel, but I don't sit here and tell people to like my videos. I don't talk about the algorithm. I don't tell people to subscribe. I just know it's going to happen. And I just get on here and I enjoy your company each day, right? And so that's where you have to really see, like, can you date other people while you're waiting on your specific person? There's nothing to wait for. It's already done. So if you want to date other people and that feels good for you, sure, you can. In my opinion, that's a manifestation of the belief that I don't believe I can get what I want. If I love somebody and I really want to be with that person, then I'm going to honor that. I'm going to honor that and I'm going to honor them. But I'm going to honor, more importantly, that, okay, I have this specific person in mind and love is not outside of me. Fulfillment is not outside of me. I'm not going to be happy if I'm sleeping with somebody else when I have a want for somebody. Like, that is essentially like you're kind of using other people in a way to fulfill a want that only you can fulfill. Does that make sense? So to me, it's kind of like, sure, you can sleep with other people, but then you kind of put yourself in the position of like, okay, well, you run into the potential. This just depends on your beliefs. So this is just a scenario that I have in my mind, though, of like, okay, well, what if you start to form feelings for this person, they form feelings for you, but then the other person shows up because you finally let it go, and now you're in a situation where it's not very desirable, right? I mean, you can manifest the best outcome there and you can manifest that all away, but why do that? Why not just believe that you can get what you want and be happy with yourself and feel fulfilled within yourself and spend your time doing other things in your reality, knowing that it's done, knowing that you don't have to settle, knowing that you can get exactly what you want. I think that's my approach on this, is why I probably wouldn't date other people. Because if I'm dating other people and they're just filling spaces, like that's not very, that, I don't know, that just doesn't seem very aligned for me. So in my opinion, no, I wouldn't. But let's get back to the main point here of, when it comes to maintaining this new self-concept and moving the relationship into something more serious, you really have to embody that confidence of you're leading your relationship in that direction. Especially if you have a history with somebody and there's pattern behaviors there, or there's, this person to be a certain way and you guys have certain fights and then they show up this way and they do that. You have to drop all that completely. And you have to say, okay, even if there is this history, why is this history here? First, let's start off. Why is this history here? Why do I have this history with this person? Where did this begin from? Okay, why are all these fights here? Why are these patterns here? And if you really scope out of the circumstances and down to where the cause of this is, okay, you're going to find that it's in your self-concept. We're having irrelevant fights due to insecurities. We're having a dissonance in our relationship due to not feeling good enough. We're having all of this from lack of trust, okay? And so when you decide to change that, I am good enough, I'm trusting, I'm worthy, I'm deserving, I'm stable, I'm secure, then you're going to see that moving the relationship out of these patterns and into something that is serious and stable becomes effortless, because you're being what you want to experience and you're releasing the need for this person to change, which causes them to change. When you become the change, you're going to become fulfilled. Okay. And so as they start to show up, you may see the old pattern popping up, the old self-concept popping up. That is not for you to sit there and think, what am I doing wrong? How is this happening? And getting discouraged or knocked down. You're going to have challenges presented to you. And I know I say the circumstances do not exist. They do not matter, because that's the mindset that you need to have. But you also need to be aware of, okay, if there are things that are popping up that are undesirable, I have the tools to deal with this. I can shift myself. I can trust myself. I can trust that this is going in the direction that I want it to go in. And that's what you persist with. You don't fall back and feel like it's happening to you or feel victimized by it. You say, okay, this is the feedback that I'm getting right now. I'm going to strengthen my confidence. I'm going to strengthen my belief. I'm going to let this go and I'm going to trust. And as you hold that, you're going to see that materializes. But it's really, 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 really important for you to honor yourself. So if it doesn't feel good to do something, if you can't, like if there's a friends with benefits situation, I'm going to reiterate myself now. If you don't think that you are strong enough to hold that and you feel yourself getting insecure or doubting or feeling like it's not going to move in that direction, then don't even respond to this person right now. That's what you guys really want to be confident with, is there is no urgency. There's no pressure. So if they're showing up in your reality and right now you don't feel good enough to respond, don't respond. Trust that you can take a step back and prioritize yourself, and they're still going to show up. In fact, The more that you prioritize and value yourself, that gives them the ability to prioritize and value you, because it shows that you honor yourself. And you're not needing anything. You're creating the stability within yourself. That's what you want to do. Okay. So when you want to move it from something casual to something serious, you need to really get very clear within yourself and continually honor yourself and empower yourself and see that as your reality and become that, and drop the need and the attachment and trust that your partner is going to meet you there, and they will. That's all relationships are, is trust. If you don't trust that I can take a step back and focus on myself and prioritize myself, and my person is going to show up treating me the way that I deserve, if you don't trust that, then you don't actually believe in your relationship. And that's why you're getting these wonky, weird results. Okay. So you have to continually prioritize placing yourself on the pedestal in a balanced way, not in an egotistical way, not in a narcissistic way, but in a way that is showing that you love yourself so much that the people around you have to love you that way, or they're not getting your time or attention. And when you show up that way, whoop, you're going to see things really change. Okay. Somebody said tips for manifesting money. Okay. It's the same thing. So everything that I'm talking about on my channel applies to anything, you guys. Okay. So shifting your self-concept with anything is you decide. So when it comes to money, my suggestion for people when I do coaching sessions is to pick a number. This is what I did when I shifted my relationship with money. What is the amount that I want to make each month? Okay. What is the amount that I want to make? Then I decided, okay, my first money manifestation was $10,000 a month consistently. Okay. So I decided this is what I'm manifesting. It's done. $10,000 a month. Okay. Now you gauge where you are in your manifestation based on how well you are able to let it go. Okay. So if I'm deciding I'm making $10,000 a month, but every day I'm waking up, checking my bank account, I'm stressed out about it, I'm worried, I'm trying to figure out where it's going to come from, that means I need to work on some beliefs surrounding money, because I should be able to go to this is done and not worry about it. The streams of income, the opportunities, the people, the places, the things are going to come to me. But if I'm not able to drop it and believe it, then I need to strengthen my belief. That's all you really need to do when it comes to manifesting. Decide what it is that you want. If it's actually done for you, you're going to be able to stop thinking about it. You're going to be able to let it go completely. That's what living in the end is. Living in the end means it's done for me. I don't need to worry about it anymore. If I'm not able to let it go or live in the end, it has nothing to do with the $10,000 a month. It has nothing to do with the specific person. It has nothing to do with the specific thing. It has everything to do with the belief. Do I actually believe I'm worthy? Do I actually believe I'm deserving? Do I actually believe I'm capable? Do I feel good enough? Am I trusting? Do I have faith? Do I feel smart enough? Do I feel capable? And that's where you work. Okay. So my manifestation, $10,000 a month, I'm going to strengthen my belief of I'm good enough, I'm worthy, I'm deserving, I'm trusting, I'm believing. And you're going to see as these beliefs get in alignment, the natural byproduct is going to be the manifestation. So the manifesting part, the actual manifesting thing, what you're creating, that is not a trying process. Okay. It's going to be a natural byproduct of the beliefs that you hold. This is what I've talked about in previous content. There's a lot of things that you have in your reality that you're not trying to manifest. Why? They're coming from your beliefs. So you don't need to be visualizing all day long or affirming all day long. If you like it and it's enjoyable for you, then do it. But you have to see here that creating in your reality is a very natural and effortless process. A lot of the things that you have, you're not trying to create. And so you want to replicate that process. Okay, so once I get my beliefs in alignment, it's going to naturally materialize. That thing is done. Now let's talk about this from the psychological perspective. Your mind is like a machine, okay? It's going to run the program that you give it. So let's go over why circumstances don't matter. If in my mind, I keep on focusing on the circumstances, I'm feeding a program to my mind to continue to create circumstances, to create issues, to seek issues out in my reality and react to those issues. My body is only responding to the awareness that I give it. Okay. If I keep telling my mind, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done, then everything in my body is going to unconsciously work to create that as my experience. Even if I don't know how that is going to look, This is the most intelligent thing, you guys. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Recognize how brilliant your body is. Our species has been on this planet for a very long time. And the reason why it has survived is because of its ability to adapt. You've been taught that people don't change. It's complete bullshit. The only reason our species survives is because of its ability to adapt and change. And all you need to do is feed your mind the right input, and you're going to experience that change. That is why the circumstances don't matter. Because the more you go to, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done. This is so intelligent that it's going to create that and it's going to do it for you. So what I'm teaching you guys is to integrate with your body and trust your body. Because if you don't trust your body or believe in your body, or if you are continuously focused on the issues, you're going to see that your body is going to continue to create the issues for you because that's what you keep feeding your mind. Now, I've also said on my channel, a lot of times you can't help the focus on the circumstances because of the beliefs that you have. It's autonomous. Okay. So if I have beliefs like I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I can't achieve, and that's in my subconscious mind, I'm going to unconsciously manifest a focus on the circumstances because that's living up to my belief that I'm not good enough, I can't achieve. So a lot of the time, the focus on the circumstances, until you start changing your beliefs, you're not able to really even stop thinking about the circumstances because that's just where you are in your state of being. Okay. So if you find that you keep on focusing on circumstances, take a whole step back and work on your beliefs. Start changing your beliefs, and then you're going to notice that you stop focusing on the problems and you're going to be able to really focus on the solution. Why am I saying this right now? The reason why I say this, okay, is because there's this thing going online where a lot of people know that they shouldn't focus on the problem, but then they can't help but focus on the problem. So there's a layer of shame and guilt. Like, why can't I stop focusing on this? I know I shouldn't stop. I know I shouldn't focus on this. That is a second layer of resistance. Okay. So the first thing is you can't help that you're focusing on the circumstances. Then you're feeling guilty and shameful for focusing on the circumstances. You have to be so gentle with yourself, you guys, because a lot of the programming that you've been given is just complete bullshit that like nobody teaches you about the beliefs that you hold in your subconscious mind. And so you have to be very unconditionally loving and forgiving with yourself and just make strides in the right direction, because it's going to gain momentum. So it's a cumulative thing is what I'm saying. Okay. So, okay, maybe you're not having the best thoughts right now, but then you sit down and you do a meditation. Okay. And you do some breath work and you relax a little bit. And then you bring into your mind, okay, I am chosen. I am good enough. I am deserving. And then you find that once you do that, you're able to kind of move on and do other things in your day, but then you get knocked back down. Okay. Every time that you pick yourself up, every time that you sleep with the affirmations on, it's sinking in a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. This is not about you being perfect. Okay, this is about sustaining results in your reality. And it's going to require you to make this kind of impersonal, which means you're going to be very forgiving with yourself. You're going to be very objective with yourself. You're not going to feel victimized by your reality. You're going to look at it as feedback, and you're going to consistently adjust and believe in yourself and just keep moving forward, because you don't really have the time to feel sorry for yourself or scared or doubting. It's about, okay, this is where I'm at. What can I do to shift myself? What can I do? And let me actually correct that. It's not that you don't have the time to feel sorry or sad for yourself. Obviously, if you have suppressed emotions and you need to feel those emotions, feel them. But the moment you're done feeling those emotions, pick yourself up and implement the tools to shift yourself in a new direction. Okay. You have to be very aware of yourself and keep moving forward, keep moving forward, keep moving forward. Okay. Somebody just asked too, what's the difference between faith and belief? It's a good question. What's the difference between faith and belief? I think you can have faith without having belief. Okay. So believing is seeing, right? So that's a very literal statement. Believing is seeing. What does that mean? If I believe something so much, I'm going to actually see it, right? That's what that means. It's a very literal statement. If you actually believe it, you are going to see it, okay? Faith to me says that even if I don't believe and I have faith, one day I will believe and I will see it. So to me, and this is just what I think in this moment. This is just the answer that I'm giving right now in this moment. I haven't put very much thought into it. This is just what I'm saying in this moment. So if you have a different definition for faith, great. That's your definition. This is just what I'm saying. So faith to me is, even if I don't have the belief, I'm going to persist until I do. I'm going to have faith that even if I don't see the answer right now, one day I will. So they're both correlated in my opinion. You can have faith without belief. Okay. It's just a way, in my opinion, of soothing yourself. Okay. I have faith. I don't believe this, but I have faith. And that gives you a little bit of relief. Okay. So that feels good. So if that feels good, then do it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the whole purpose here is you have to honor yourself and continue forward. Honor yourself, honor what feels good and continue forward. Okay. All right. This is going to be the last question that I answer. Somebody just asked, how do you deal with hot and cold with a specific person? And what do you do with ghosting? Okay. So I'm going to answer both of these questions. How do you deal with hot and cold behavior and ghosting? These are circumstances. Okay. The circumstances don't matter because the focus is not on the circumstances. So if somebody is being hot and cold with you and you're bothered by it, let's talk about this. Okay. Somebody's being hot and cold with me and I'm bothered by it. If I know that I am worthy and I am deserving and I am an amazing person that deserves love and commitment, and somebody shows up being hot and cold with me, I'm not going to give a fuck. I'm not going to care. Why? Because I know my worth. I know I'm absolutely deserving, and I don't have the time to be bothered by this. Same thing if somebody's ghosting me. And this is where you have to really check yourself and your beliefs, because I understand it's hurtful when you get ghosted. I understand that it's hurtful when you get hot and cold behavior. But at a certain point, you have to stop feeling victimized by it and be like, fuck this bullshit. Fuck this. I'm not going to be upset by this because I'm so much better than this. And this is not going to be a part of my reality anymore. And I'm not going to sit here and feel victimized by this person. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. So how do you deal with it? You don't deal with it. You stop being bothered by it and you build your self-concept. Stop giving this person so much power over you. Stop needing their validation. Stop needing their love and give it to yourself. And the more you step into that, the more you unapologetically step into that, you're going to see that they show up differently. But you have to stop prioritizing all these people outside of you. Stop caring about what people think of, like, stop needing other people's approval and validation. Give it to yourself. Okay? It's hurtful, but doesn't it mean I'm unworthy of warmth? If somebody is ghosting you and you have a situation where you have manifested hot and cold behavior at some point in time, yes, you must have had a belief that I'm not worthy or I'm not good enough. And that has translated as a circumstance where somebody is showing up disrespecting you and not treating you with the love that you deserve. This is not about blame, okay? This is not about blame. It's not about pointing a finger at anybody. It is not about making anybody feel bad or thinking they're a crappy person, because the thing is, no matter what, if you don't think you're good enough, I don't care if you have the best person in front of you, they're not going to treat you with the love that you deserve, because they can't. Nobody can give you a love that you do not feel worthy of. So stop victimizing yourself and realize the only person that I need love and approval from is me. And the moment I give it to myself, everybody else can give it to me. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself over the way people are treating you and really wake up and say, what's my focus? Why do I care about this person so much? What in me is needing their love and validation approval? Why do I not feel worthy? Why am I so worried about them ghosting me? If I actually felt good enough, I wouldn't really care. I wouldn't even notice that they're not talking to me. It's not that I'm heartless. It's not that I don't care about this person. It's that I love myself enough to not form an attachment to somebody that is to my detriment. I can have love for you and I can love you and I can be okay with being by myself and feeling good with myself, knowing that you're going to be here for me when the time is right. That's it. And so if you're looking for somebody to show up and be your Prince Charming or your the perfect woman for you, it's going to be a very harsh reality. You can manifest that 100%, but it's not because you're getting this person to be a certain way. It's because you're recognizing your worth, you're recognizing your value, you're honoring yourself every day, and you're respectable, you're respected, and you create that as your standard, and you don't play fucking games. You don't need to play games. Like, this is why I don't really like conventional dating advice, because you don't need to wait 5 days to text somebody. You don't need to ghost somebody. You don't need to do any of these things. It's so high school. It's so just so below you. Know your worth. Feel really good with yourself. Build yourself every day and expect that you're going to be treated with that love and respect, and stop worrying about the people in your reality. Let it go. That's what manifests. That is what manifests. Okay? It's that simple. Alrighty. So that's pretty much all I have to say today. It's been 30 minutes. It's been absolutely lovely talking to all of you. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for all the people that are here. And I just want to say thank you for all the people that are working on their self-concept. There's a lot going on in this world right now, and we all have to really build each other up and get all of these limiting beliefs and shit out of our head, because the more that each one of us becomes a change, the more that each one of us recognizes our worth, the more that each one of us feels limitless and is fearless in the world, we're going to see the entire world shift. Okay? And it's really important for you to honor yourself and to recognize that you're an amazing individual that can be, do, and have anything. So please honor yourself, persist forward. You got this, and have a beautiful day.